My name's Jack from Först. Today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the 6-inch series range. The machine that we'll be looking at today is the Först ST6P HD. It's a 37 horsepower petrol engine. Apart from the engine, the rest of the machine is exactly the same in the diesel range. We'll show you this machine, as well as the diesel versions, chipping at the end of this video. We'll start with some features and benefits, and then we'll show you the machine chipping wood. Here we have a 6x8 inch infeed with a nice wide hopper right the way down to the rollers. We use a thick grade of steel, and we also use full-length piano hinge, giving it consistent strength right the way across the width of the hopper. The earlier machines had a much narrower hopper. This machine has a much wider hopper, which deals with hawthorn and such like material much easier. On the side of the machine, we've got two touch-sensitive buttons, the forward and reverse function. They sit nice and flush on the side of the machine to avoid them from being knocked off. They're also waterproof, vibration-proof and dust-proof. So across the back, we have this additional strengthening plate, which also houses the wiring for the buttons. We have a full-length bracket, which supports the weight from the hopper to the chassis. There's a lot of weight being dropped on here every day, so it's important to get the strength in it. Here we have a large, clear 30-litre fuel tank with a large filler neck, making it easy to fuel up. So here we have the adjustable feed rollers. You can speed up and slow down the feed rollers depending upon the material that you're chipping up. This also means the faster the feed rollers, the larger the wood chip, and the slower the feed rollers, the finer the wood chip. Here we have the Först Auto Intelligence System, the main brain of the machine, the dashboard that will show you the hours of the machine, when it's due for a service, and on our diesel models, when a DPF is scheduled for a regeneration. So here we have a centralised greasing bank, which greases each bearing from one location. Access to the engine couldn't be any simpler by just undoing these two simple catches. It gives you full access to the engine bay. Today we're going to be talking about the 37 horsepower Vanguard petrol engine. We also offer two diesel variants, a 24 horsepower and a 42 horsepower. So the ease of maintenance on Först machines couldn't be any simpler. You'll see we have a nice easy to access belt tensioner, air filter, oil filter, and nice and easy to get access to the sump bung to drain the oil out of. Maintenance on the diesel versions is just as easy. However, on the diesel versions, the 42 horsepower, we do have a diesel particular filter. Now, there is a little bit of stigma around DPFs, that they cause problems. However, when a wood chipper is running, it's generally running flat out, meaning it's doing its regenerations as it's working. If it does need to get to the point where you need to do a regeneration, it will pop up on the Först Auto Intelligence screen, allowing you to carry out that regeneration. Now let's get to the exciting bit, the part that really gives Först its excellent performance. By removing two 19mm bolts, it gives you full access to the chipping chamber. So in here, this is the main chipping part of the machine, the flywheel. Our flywheel itself is fitted with a pair of 8-inch blades, 180 degrees apart from each other, meaning that per revolution, you're getting two full cuts, as well as a consistent size of chip. Here we have an open-top flywheel system, meaning that we don't get a build-up of chip between the blades and the flywheel. The material itself is cut by these 8-inch blades, which comes through and lands on these paddles. It's the paddles on the flywheel that chuck the chip out through the chute, not relying on airflow. What this means is the machines are incredibly good on very wet material and also green waste. The heavy-duty open-top flywheel is supported by a pair of oversized pillar block bearings. So the blades cut against the anvil. The anvil itself couldn't be any simpler to replace on a Först machine, simply by removing this cover with one 19mm bolt holding it in place. What we have here is a proximity sensor. This sensor picks up on the RPM reading of the machine, which controls the no stress setting. It's a plug-and-play system which is easy to maintain. The Först grip feed roller system is the part that makes the machine so aggressive and effective at pulling in awkward material. The top feed roller follows this arch, meaning that it's constantly pulling down on fresh material all the time. So now we're going to show you the 37 horsepower petrol engine and the 42 horsepower diesel engine chipping in action. If you'd like to arrange to put one of our machines to the test, please get in contact to arrange a free of charge on-site demonstration. Thanks ever so much for watching.